Hello, welcome to Morning Dew, a place of refreshment and revelation in the presence of God. I'm going to share with you some of the things that I have discovered about gates. Gates are mentioned 375 times in the Bible and seem to carry a powerful spiritual significance. In Psalm 100, we are told to enter God's gates with thanksgiving, and then we can enter his courts, the courts of the King. The Hebrew word for gate is sha'av. I'm not sure I've pronounced that correctly, which can refer to a physical gate, the entrance to a city, or the space around a city. The gate can also be simply a breach in the wall, a gap in the wall which needs to be protected, guarded, and watched over. There are also spiritual gates giving access to justice, power, and revelation. The city gate was a place of authority. This was where in ancient culture the important people of the city would gather. This is where the elders met together to discuss business, to arrange business, to settle disputes. It was a place of transaction and agreement. Boaz went to sit in the gate because he had fallen in love with a young woman called Ruth. And he had to gain the consent of her kinsman redeemer, her nearest relative, because she was a widow and she needed to come under the protection of a man. This is the way things were done in ancient times. But Boaz wanted to claim her as his wife. So first of all, he went to sit in the gate to get agreement. And it turned out that her kinsman redeemer didn't want to claim her as his wife. God promised Abraham's descendants would possess the gates of the enemies. The prophet Isaiah says that the Lord of hosts, Jesus, will be strength to those who turn back the battle in the gate. So gates are obviously important spiritually. As followers of Jesus, we are meant to stand in the gap in the wall, praying for our families, community, and the nation. There are two scriptures in the Bible which I find particularly encouraging. One is in Hosea 2, the other is Psalm 84. In Hosea 2, the prophet Hosea speaks out God's promise that he will transform the place of sorrow and tears into a door of hope. Again, in Psalm 84, it says, "Happy are those whose strength is in you, in whose heart are the highways to Zion, as they go through the valley of Baca, which again is the place of trouble and tears. They make it a place of springs. The early rains also cover it with pools. They go from strength to strength." In Revelation, the heavenly city is described as having 12 gates of pearl. As we learned last time, 12 symbolizes not only perfection and completion, but governmental authority and divine order. Pearls signifies something precious, of great worth, pure and holy, worthy of great sacrifice. Remember, Jesus spoke about the parable of the pearl of great worth. My prayer for you is this: Dear Lord Jesus, Prince of Peace, I ask that you open a door of hope and opportunity in the place of trouble for each one who is listening. I ask also that as we sit in the gate as followers of Jesus, the place of authority, influence and power, we do so with pure hearts, hearts that are in tune with a heart of love and compassion, are in tune with our Prince of Peace, Jesus. Thank you for listening. I hope to see you again.